Hey there. Thanks for joining me. This is our snatch beginner class. The snatch is from the bottom of the swing all the way to the overhead position. Today we're going to use a light dumbbell or kettlebell and a medium-sized dumbbell or kettlebell that you're comfortable pressing overhead. This class has no music, so make sure you turn up your tunes. And let's get started in cat-cow. Come down on all fours. Tabletop position with your knees under your hips and your shoulders over your hands. Exhale, round down and push the floor away. Inhale, arch your back and your tailbone rises. Exhale, push the floor away with your shins and your feet. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round down and push. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Exhale, scoop the belly. Inhale, eyes look forward, chest open. Exhale, round down. Knee tap. Extend one leg, maybe rock forward and back to work out your ankle. Extend the other leg, maybe rock forward and back. And then alternate knee tap from the plank position. You'll extend one leg and then gently tap the mat with your opposite knee. Vinyasa. Find a downward facing dog. Bend your knees a lot and move forward into high plank. Bend your knees a lot and move forward into high plank. We're just working through modified versions of the vinyasa first. Lower your knees to the mat and find modified plank position. Lower your belly all the way down to the ground, baby cobra. Slide your hands by your ribs. Inhale, your head and chest lifts, and exhale, lower. Do this 3 times. Press all the way back into a downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Bend your knees a lot. Press your heel into the mat. Feel the calf stretch. Rock your hips side to side. When you're ready, inhale to a high plank position. Modify with your knees down on the ground. Low push-up position. And then upward facing dog, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog and pedal it out. Inhale to high plank. Exhale to low push-up. Inhale to up dog, shoulders roll back. Exhale to downward facing dog. Last time. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Ankle tap. Touch your ankle with your opposite hand in down dog. Inhale to a high plank position and switch hands. Down dog and touch the opposite ankle. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, a one-arm down dog. We're getting used to having weight in one arm over our head. So this is mimicking a one-arm overhead press position. Alternate between right and left sides, passing through plank in between. Child's pose. Let's go into ragdoll. Walk your feet forward, round your spine, and let your torso hang over your thighs. Nod your head yes, shake your head no, and maybe wipe your arms side to side. Bend your knees a lot, pull your belly in tight, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Your head comes up last. Butt kickers. Light on your heels, kick your bum, cardio. Cardio is a real important part of the snatch, particularly when you're going for longer and longer sets. Breathe steady out the mouth. High knees. Knees lift in line with the waistband of your pants. You're on the balls of your feet. Maybe point your toes at the top. Jump jack. Using the length of the mat. Elbows wide, hop feet apart, hop feet together. Focus on a steady exhale. Lunge. Assisted lunge is a modification. Your feet are wide, hip distance apart. You bend both knees and straighten them. Full reverse lunge. Step back, stack shoulders and hips over knee. Inner thighs activate to stay balanced. Belly scoops in tight. Switch sides. Assisted lunge is the modification. Both knees bend and straighten. Option for a full reverse lunge, step back and step forward. Row. Grab your medium or light bell. The row is going to train our lats to engage to ensure that during the swing, our shoulder is packed rather than rounded forward. Rounded forward is a no. We want our shoulder packed, protecting our spine, so engage the lats. Step into a wide athletic stance. Bell goes to hip bone and back down. Exhale, pull the bell to the hip bone, pause, and then lower. You can press down with your opposite forearm into your thigh for more stability. Keep your belly tight and a flat back. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Now hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. You'll do 10 rows on the other side. Set up your athletic stance, plug your shoulder into a socket, keep your shoulder packed as you row. Exhale to hip bone. On your next one, hold it at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quarter swing. We'll do 3 sets of 30 seconds each hand. Using your dumbbell or a kettlebell, keep your shoulder packed, belly tight, hinge at the hips, and it's a little rock. The bell is going to be close to the groin. It has to squeeze past your inner thighs. Here it is from the side. Shoulder packed, belly tight, close to the groin. It's a small little hip rock. You bend your knees to bow, straight legs to stand. Your wrist is close to the inner groin. Imagine you're squeezing a towel under your armpit. The bell doesn't go that high. Feet grip the floor. Switch hands. 30 seconds this side. Your opposite arm follows the motion of the bell. Both arms will swing back and both arms will swing forward at the same time. Your free hand is adding momentum. It's assisting with the hinge of the swing. This is not a full swing, this is just a quarter swing. The goal with your heavy dumbbell or kettlebell is to build grip strength. Now switch hands, 30 seconds this side. The grip strength is going to help you at the bottommost portion of the snatch. That's going to be the hardest position, where you will probably have the highest probability of dropping the bell. Switch hands, 30 seconds this side. Your forearms should start to fatigue. If they're not, then you probably need a heavier sized weight. Switch hands, 30 seconds this side. This is the last set on this hand. For more information about swings, I recommend the Swing series. There's a beginner, intermediate, and advanced class you can take. Switch hands, last 30 seconds. Squeeze your shoulders back, keep your belly tight, bend your knees to bow, straight legs to stand. Child's pose. Nice job. The bell goes down off the front end of the mat. Take a child's pose position and start to slow down your heart rate. Reaching your arms overhead, press your palms down flat. Feel your lats stretch. Your belly relax between your thighs. Deep, steady breaths here. We'll deepen the chest stretch with puppy dog. Slide your chest forward. Stack your hips over your knees. Try to get your nose, forehead, or chin to the mat. The overhead position of the snatch is the only position where you get rest, so we need to make sure that you have open shoulders. Log rolls. Come to your forearms, feet hip distance apart, and rock your heels side to side. Get the full side of your foot all the way down to the floor. Your hips are elevated and your inner thighs activate. Lower your knees down and come to a child's pose position. Hip thrust. Lift your knees into a plank. Step or walk both feet outside your hands and walk them back to plank. This is your modification. Advanced variation, hop both feet forward and hop both feet back. Your hands will pop off the floor. Do 5 more. Come on up, butt kickers. Heels to your bum. Keep your heart rate elevated. High knees. Knees lift, toes point. Add more speed. Arms work in opposition. Jacks. Elbows wide, hands touch overhead, use the length of the mat. Now that we're bringing your heart rate back up, control it with a smooth and steady exhale. Press. Grab your lightest weight to start. Hold the bell in your left hand. Press overhead. Bring it back into rack position. For more information about press, I recommend the long cycle series. We'll do this 5 more times overhead position, and back to rack. We're building confidence in the overhead position, so hold it at the top with your light weight. The weight stacks over the shoulder, over the hip. Switch sides. Do 10 presses in total. Elbow moves forward on the way up and forward on the way down. Exhale to press, exhale back to rack. On your 10th one, press and hold for 3, hold 2, and 1. Lower down into rack and move your bell off the front end of the mat. Overhead hold. We'll do 3 sets, 1 minute each. Grab your heavier weight. Press and hold it overhead. Your overhead position is your only recovery from the snatch. So we need to build security and comfort up here. Your shoulder will start to wiggle and wobble as you're building in stabilizer strength from smaller muscles. Keep your breath steady and slow. Focus on your music. Grip with your toes. And think about belly scooping inwards, tailbone lengthening down. These longer holds will be difficult, so exhale back into rack position if you need a break, but the goal is to hold it overhead for the full minute. On an exhale, lower to rack. Switch sides. Exhale, press and hold. Just like before, hold stable. You'll feel a little wobble and shake, but that's okay, you're building in strength. You can shake out your opposite arm for recovery. You have less than 60 seconds left. On your next exhale, lower to rack, switch sides. Press, hold, overhead, 1 minute. On your next exhale, lower to rack, switch sides, press and hold, 1 minute. Exhale back down to rack. Switch hands, press and hold. This is the last minute on this side. You should feel pretty fatigued here. So focus on using your feet to grip the floor, keeping your quad muscles engaged. Your glutes relax, but your tailbone lowers so your pelvis tilts and your belly can tighten. Breathe here. Focus on your music. Nice. Exhale to rack, switch sides, press and hold. This is your last 60 seconds. Shake out your other arm, work out the lactic acid, and hang tight. Right on. Your set is complete. Drop your dumbbell to the front of the mat and shake out your upper body. We'll move on to swings. Swings will counter the overhead position. Your wrist, elbow, and shoulder have had load in them, so the joints are packed. So now you're going to pick up your bell, alternate swing, switch hands at the top. This is going to stretch your wrist, elbow, and shoulder back out. Again, for more detailed information on the swing, watch the swing series. You're halfway there. Windshield knees. Lower the bell off the front of the mat. Take a seat with your hands behind your back. Your knees are bent and your feet hip distance apart. Windshield wipe your knees side to side. Just relieving your lower back. When you feel ready, center your legs. Your knees will be bent, feet hip distance apart. Reverse tabletop. Turn your fingertips to point towards your toes. Exhale, lift the hips, and inhale, lower. Hips lift in line with the knees and the shoulders. Countering the shoulder rotation, this should feel pretty good after your overhead holds. Lower your hips down, crisscross abs. Elbows wide, hands to the side of the ear. Tilt back, touch opposite elbow to knee. Now lay all the way back, full crisscross abs. You're in a reclined position. Feet hover off the floor. Core is very important for snatch, so we work a little bit after the class. If you want a longer recovery, I recommend the snatch stretch class. Cat-cow. Come up into a seated position, any comfortable cross-legged position. Hands on your knees, inhale, chest forward, exhale, round down. Inhale, pull against the knees, exhale, push against them. Inhale, come forward, Exhale, round down. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, round down. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the spine. Side body stretch. Right arm reaches overhead, left arm reaches overhead. Inhale, right side. Exhale to switch. Inhale, left side. Exhale to switch. Big stretch over and release. Now press your palms together, turn your fingertips towards your chest to stretch the forearms. For more stretches specific to the snatch, watch the snatch stretch class. Thank you for joining me. You did a great job building strength and stability. I'll see you next time.